Hello everybody, welcome to my class. Yes, the Madrasah Commission has announced that the examination is likely to be held in the final week of September. And if it is so, we don't have much time left in our hands. So without further delay, we need to start preparing. I know you all have started preparing much time ago, but I didn't have much time. So I will start preparing from now on, and I will take a pledge with you all that those who are watching my videos and those who are with me, all will crack this examination for sure. In my class, I will teach you the TGT syllabus of English. And as you can see, the syllabus is flashing on the screen. We will go as per the syllabus is promised. We will start with the Lucy poems, and part by part I'll teach everything including grammar and everything, and I can assure you that if you watch my videos regular, we all will definitely crack this exam. So best of luck to all of us. Without further delay, let us start. Lucy poems, this is a collection of 5 poems written by William Wordsworth. It complies 5 poems in it. She dwelt among the untrodden ways. Strange feats of passion have I known. 3 years she grew in sun and shower. Slumber did my spirit still, and I travelled among unknown men. So these are 5 poems we are going to read under this collection. Before we start discussing about the poems, we need to know about the background a little bit. That will pave us a way so that we can have a concentric knowledge about this poem and the poet. Because as per the question paper is concerned, as per my prediction, definitely the question is not coming in a flat way. It has to have some components that will confuse the students. So we will not just flatly discuss each and everything with meaning and explanations and all. Apart from that, we will also know about the background which has set this atmosphere for this poem to come in front of us. We will also talk about from which perspective this poem has been written. We will know a little bit about the poet and his state of mind before composing such a poem. Okay, the life between 1770 and 1850 came to be dominated by a romantic mood. In Europe, I'm talking about, and the doctrine was known as Romanticism. The persons who partake of this temper were known as the Romantics, and William Wordsworth was one of the prime members of this romantic revolution. It has taken an upper hand over everything prevailing contemporary artifacts. So we will know about William Wordsworth a bit. He was born at Cockermouth in the heart of Lake District, England. He has internalized nature in his way, and to him actually the foundation of his existence made him to see God in nature and nature in God. So nature was not a different being to him. Rather, nature is there in all of us, and to him nature is the Almighty and Almighty is the nature. With this doctrine, he has started working on his poems, and he has created so many masterpieces, and Lucy poems is one of his very famous collection, which will tell us about his devotion towards nature and how much he has struggled to make himself one, unified with nature. He has showed his profound and intense love for nature throughout all the poems in this collection called Lucy poems. Wordsworth's Lucy possesses double existence. The first one is her actual and historical existence, and the second one is given by the poet himself, the idealized existence of William Shakespeare. Some critics think that this is Dorothy Wordsworth, means Lucy has been created based on Dorothy Wordsworth, who was William Wordsworth's sister. Some also think this way, that this is nothing but a literary device which has been employed by William Shakespeare to meditate on loss, nature and love. Lucy poems is written from the point of view of a lover who has been projected his lovable object from afar and now has lost and is getting completely diminished by this loss. She is not a human being who has just died. She was the lost inspiration of the poet, which the poet has found after contemplating with a great intense mind, but now which is lost forever. Let us read the poem, She Dwelt Among the Untrodden Ways. So let us start reading it. She dwelt among the untrodden ways. Dwelt is the past tense of dwell. So she just dwelt among the untrodden. Untrodden means here untrodden is representative of loneliness and seclusion. Where she has dwelt was not known to all. That is a way which is to be kept in seclusion. Okay, that has not been trodden by many. So she has trodden on that. Beside the springs of Dove. Dove is a river that flows through Derbyshire. So here this spring word is representative of the vitality that she was a symbol of. Okay, so she lived in a seclusion and very near by the river side of Dove. A maid whom there were none to praise. So she was a girl who was devoid of all the compliments, acknowledgements and praiseworthy comments. So she lived in a lonely world and she was unknown to all and very few to love. She has only a few people to love her. A maid whom there were none to praise. A maid means an unmarried girl, or we can say that she was a girl or a spinster. So she was not praised by many. She did not receive compliments from others. She did not receive any sort of apprehending appreciations from them. She was left alone. She used to be living all alone and she was loved by a few. Only a few handful people were there to love her. Actually, we doubt whether actually handful of people were there. We really doubt. Violet by a mossy stone. So violet is a flower which is a short-lived blue tinged flower which is very short-lived. It is very beautiful to look at, but it has a very short span of life. And by a mossy stone, a stone which has the layer of moss, or we can say that it has green plants covering it all over in masses. Okay. Critics also say that the stone is symbolic of the gravestone, which is somehow representative of the impending death of Lucy. Okay. Half hidden from the eye, it was not even fully seen by bare normal eyes. Fair as star when only one is shining in the sky. It refers to the Venus star, okay, which is seen clearly at night and it's all alone. So Lucy is representative of the beauty, the gentleness, the bright symbol, but it was shining brightly in the sky all alone. There was nobody who has surrounded Lucy with all his or her affection, love, passion, nobody. So Lucy was a personality who used to be, in seclusion throughout her ways. She lived unknown, and few could know when Lucy ceased to be, but she is in her grave, and oh, the difference to me. When Lucy was alive, only a few individuals knew about her. When she died, when she passed away, and she is lying peacefully under her gravestone, she was known by just a few. Now you can understand, she has led a solitary and lonely life, and she was loved by just a few. But when she died, the poet is realizing the difference that when Lucy was there in his life was different. And the life he's going through after Lucy's death was something uncommon, new, and unspecified to him. He is out of clue that why Lucy died. And when Lucy was alive, actually it made no differences in his life. But after her death, he actually can realize the differences it has been making. So it is having it is having a universal message that we do not care for the person throughout his or her life. When the person passed away, when the person passes away, we think of that person from the emotional point of view. We become very touched. We become very selfless only for that time being. But when we are surrounded by so many people, they all are alive, they all are associated with us, we don't really value their compassionate nature. We don't really value their company. But when we are alone, when we are devoid of all their love, their attendance, their presence in our life, we can only value then the absence. Lucy lived among the solitary and unfrequented ways. Nobody knew Lucy. She was like a violet flower, sweet smelling, who has grown by the side of a moss covered stone, which was seen by a few only. Her presence was unnoticed throughout her life. Nobody was there to give her compliments. She lived a solitary life. Nobody knew about her when she was in grave. The poet now realizes how much differences she has made in the poet's life, and he is shell-shocked with his untimely demise. The structure of the poem is, it has been divided into 3 different stanzas, which is consisting of 4 lines each. Okay, so she lived her life in an obscure and unfrequented place where she was born, where she grew up, she embraced her womanlyhood, and then she died, and nobody knew about her. It has got a cyclical structure which denotes the life cycle of Lucy. Okay, we will now discuss a number of MCQs which will help all of us in deciphering the topic in a better way. All of us will solve the MCQs together. Lucy dwelt among dash way. We all know this is untrodden. Put a tick to untrodden. The word untrodden in untrodden ways suggests the sense of what? A sense of, we all know, that is D, seclusion and loneliness. So put a tick. The term springs in the springs of dove means, what will be the answer of C? That is source of or origin. A. Number 4, the phrase spring of dove suggests what? That is, again A, that is origin of life. Number 5, the word dove is a name of what? We all know that the word dove is a name of river. So put a tick. The springs of dove is a dash place. So what will be the answer of this? That is an imaginary place, C. Number 7, the phrase the springs of dove symbolizes Lucy's dash. So what would be this? Purity and innocence. Number 1, A. 8. There were dash to love Lucy. There were few, right? So it will be B. Wordsworth compares Lucy to what? Violet, marigold, jasmine or rose? It's violet. 10. A maid is what? A young unmarried woman or girl. I told you already. 11. The epithet qualifying stone is what? That is mossy. 12. The comparison of Lucy to a violet suggests what? Beauty and seclusion and organic growth. 13. The violet was grown by mossy stone. The word mossy means covered with moss. The phrase mossy stone carries the suggestion of what? Death. The violet was hidden, short-lived, half-hidden, half-secluded. It's half-hidden. The term half-hidden suggests that Lucy was unnoticed and her association with nature. Lucy was shrinking, Lucy was short-lived, Lucy was powerful. The first one will be the right answer. The contrasting colors of the violet and mossy stone have enhanced the beauty of Lucy by inference of that violet. Yes, true. The attributes which Lucy and the violet share are shy, modest, unique and innocent. Lucy is compared to a star on the point of fairness, beauty and uniqueness. The star refers to Venus. Lucy's comparison to the star suggests Lucy's shyness. No, it will be Lucy's remoteness, not shyness. The phrase ceased to be an example of what? It is euphemism. Here, cease to be means cease to exist. Here, grave means hole in the ground for corpse. The interjection "oh" suggests the sense of sorrow and loss. Here, the word difference in difference to me denotes the difference between the poet's mental condition before Lucy's death. Before and after Lucy's death, yes. Lucy died with the result that a poet was simply unhappy, shell-shocked. The poem has which structure? The poem has a, I told you, cyclical structure. The poem centers round the theme of growth, perfection and death of Lucy. The poem has 3 stanzas of 4 lines each. The 2 things which Lucy compared are, we all know that, violet and star. This video was helpful. To get the full syllabus of Madrasah TGT English, please stay tuned with me, and I can assure you, if you be consistent with me, you will definitely crack it for sure. We will meet in the next time. So take care of yourself. Bye-bye.